Hello, I'm Karen Cook from Functional Homes. I'm an occupational therapist and a licensed builder, and what I specialize in is modifying homes for accessibility. We do the design, we do the build. So I just want to show you, if you're going to be doing a bathroom evaluation, how important it is to make sure you get all the measurements, because that's vital if you're going to be doing anything in the bathroom. The bathroom we're going to look at is a bathroom for someone who has problems with, has some visual issues. Cortical blindness is actually her issue. So some blue tape has been put around to help her find where she needs to go in the bathroom. So the first thing you need to do when you're going to be evaluating a bathroom is you got to remember you need to take good measurements. So you need graph paper, and then what I usually start with is sketching the general size or the general shape of the bathroom. And it doesn't have to be pretty. It just get it as accurate as you can. So now I've got the general shape of the bathroom. Now I need to get the measurements, including making sure you know which way the door swings. And for that, you always have to have with you a tape measure. So when I measure the door, I typically measure the door. I don't measure the door frame. This door is 24 inches. So then I write on here 24 inches. Now, the door is 24 inches, but the clearance itself is not 24 inches. The clearance you measure from the corner of the door to the door jamb. So the clearance for this door is 22 inches. And I'll write that, I always write that as well, so that way I can put that in my report. One thing you can do to make a door wider is to put in swing away hinges. The only way you can do a swing away hinge though is if you have 4 to 5 inches behind the door, between the door frame and the wall. Because otherwise you don't have enough room for the door to swing away, and not only the door itself can't swing away, but the doorknob gets in the way, so you don't get any more appreciable space. The next thing I like to do is get the general measurements of the bathroom. And to do that, I use my favorite tool, Fat Max. It's talking for me right now. Fat Max. Press the red button to turn them on. This is set at feet right now. I want it at feet and inches. So I just go through the units until I find feet and inches. I'm on inches, meters. And what I find, this is a bathroom in New York City. What I find typically in the Midwest, the bathrooms are about 5 by 8. This one's 8 feet from wall to wall this way. So I'll write that on my paper. And then I measure the wall from here to here. And that's 4 feet 4 inches. Here to here. And then the doorway itself is a little bit more narrow. So what I would typically do is close the door and measure that. I'll do that later though, since if I do that, my photographer won't be able to continue his videoing. The next thing you need to do is measure all the little things. For instance, that's 15 inches. And then the vanity is 25 inches. And then I just draw this in as I go along. And again, it doesn't have to be pretty. It just needs to be somewhat accurate. And I always do front and back. Usually the vanities are between 20 and 24 inches. This one's 19, so it's a little bit smaller. This is a small bathroom. And then when you're measuring where the toilet is, measure the whole space for the toilet. Right now, this one is 29 inches for the whole space of the toilet. And then I also measure how long the toilet is. They're usually between 25 and 30 inches long. This one's 25.5 inches long. And then of course you got to measure how wide the bathtub is, which is 29 inches. And of course the tub's as long as the as long as the walls are wide. The other thing that's really important to get is the space, how much clearance you have between the toilet and the wall. I'm going to be measuring from the toilet paper holder at this point, because that's where my clearance is. So here I've got 24 inches, and I'm going to measure right here too, okay, 33 inches. So it's really important that you get everything you need so you can make accurate recommendations and know what's going in. People can look and see what's going on. Plus, if you're going to redesign the bathroom, you need to know exactly what the dimensions are, because sometimes every inch counts, like in a bathroom like this. It's very important to make sure that you get a very detailed drawing of your bathroom. You'll have to see that below because I can't slow down the way this works. And also take as many photos as you possibly can. You'll never know how important that is till later when you're trying to do the design or a builder's asking you questions. It's easier to refer to the photos rather than to go back to the house and take a look again. That just makes things a lot more difficult. So, very important part. So I'm Karen from Functional Homes, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.